शांति चारों ओर, होगी शांति चारों ओर, होगी शांति चारों ओर। एक दिन वो मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, होगी शांति चारों ओर एक दिन।
Hello students, myself Anita Yadav. Dear students, this year you all will be giving a very important exam of your school life from April 2021 onwards. Due to COVID pandemic situation, this academic year was very challenging for you all in terms of your learning process. But still, in spite of that, most of the students have given their best effort for the preparation of their studies. And for that, we really want to appreciate such students. But still, we feel that there are some students, those who need help and guidance to enhance their confidence and to boost up their potential. So, in order to help such students, Asim Gyan channel have started a series to provide helping hand to our students. So, students, these series, I'm sure it is going to solve all your queries and doubts related to Science 1 and Science 2. So today, I'm going to start a session with you all in which we are going to discuss all those important topics belongs to lesson number 9, carbon compound from Science 1.
Alright students, we'll start with the session here. First of all, we'll start with the introductory part of this session. SSC at one glance, a complete guidance series. Concept, direction and coordination is given by Mr. B.B. Jadhav. Guidance is given by Mrs. Anita Yadav and the qualification is BSc MS. Technical guidance is given by Mrs. Megha Rani. Subject Science 1 and the topic which we are going to learn today in this session, that is chapter number 9, carbon compounds. Students, before I should start with my content, we need to have a look for paper pattern. That is very important part, because once you will come to know the paper pattern of Science 1 as well as Science 2, you will have a clear idea about the questions and the marks allotted to it. So first we can see here, you will have question number 1, A and B part. Part A, you will get 5 MCQs based on textbook only. Each MCQ will have 1 mark, total will be 5 marks. Question number 1B, you will get it 5 different types of objective questions. Again, one question will carry 1 mark, total will be 5. Make sure there will be no filling the blanks as you are already getting MCQs. Question number 2A, there will be total 3 give reasons. Out of 3, you have to attempt any 2 as per your choice. One question will carry 2 marks, total will be 4. Now question number 2B, there will be total 5 questions. You have to attempt any 3 as per your choice. Each question will carry 2 marks, total will be 6. Now question number 3, you will get it total 8 questions. Out of 8, you have to attempt any 5. Each question will carry 3 marks and total is 15. And the question number 4 and the last, you will get 2 questions. Out of 2, you have to attempt any 1. And that question will carry 5 marks. Your total becomes 40 marks for Science 1 also and 40 marks Science 2 also, because paper pattern will be absolutely same for both the types of paper. Okay, I hope you understood this paper pattern. Now we'll start with the content. As we are talking about carbon compound, we need to understand carbon. What is this carbon element? So carbon, it's nothing but it's a non-metal. Atomic number is 6. Configuration 2, 4. It's tetravalent because in the last orbit, as you can see, there are 4 electrons. Now what is hydrocarbon? Hydrocarbon, it's nothing but it's a compound where carbon and hydrogen both are included. Now, we need to check what is covalent bond. Covalent, first of all, we need to understand the meaning of this covalent. Co, C-O, co means sharing. Valent means electron. So when elements, they share pairs of electrons. Remember students, the sharing of electrons will be in pairs. Pair means 2 electrons together. Okay? We can understand that concept with the help of this diagrammatic structure. First, we are going to take it example of oxygen. As we know that the total number of electron of oxygen is 8. So configuration will be 2, 6. Oxygen is a diatomic element. Okay, it exists in nature, 2 atoms together. That's what here we are making 2 different atomic structure for oxygen. According to the configuration, first orbit will have 2 electrons and second orbit will have 6 electrons. You can check here 2, 4, 6. And the same thing we can see here also in second atomic structure of oxygen. 2 electrons in the first orbit and 6 electrons in the next orbit, that is in the last orbit. Now both the atoms are lacking with 2 electrons because this atom is also lacking with 2 electrons. It should be 8, but here you can check there is only 6. Even in this orbit also there should be total 8 electrons, but here it is only 6. 2 more electrons required to become stable. So what they will do is, we can check here. Both the atoms of oxygen, they will share their pairs of electrons. Okay, pairs of electrons, it means 2 electrons. So as we can check, the total number of electrons in the last orbit will become 2, 4, 6 and this is 8. It means this atomic structure is stable. Now let's talk about this one also. 2, 4, 6 and 8. Now this orbit also has become stable because now they both have been satisfied with their pairs of electrons. This is what's called as covalent bond. Okay, I hope you understand. Now we'll move to the next. Electron dot structure of methane. This question comes for 2 marks. Okay, so what we need to do into this, if they will ask you electron dot structure, first of all, to make it easy, we can draw a simple structural formula of methane. So as we know that methane, its chemical formula is CH4. So C and 4 hydrogen. Okay, carbon will be bounded with 4 hydrogen. So formula will be C and H4. Okay, now here you can check here. You can see here very small lines are there. And these small tiny lines are nothing but it is called as bond. But you need to understand what is the meaning of this bond. Bond means, I'll show you here. Bond means relation between 2 electrons. You will understood here. So here you can see there are 2 dots I am making with red color. 1 dot is for carbon and 1 dot is for hydrogen. So the relation between 2 dots or 2 electrons will called as a bond. So this is a single bond. Single bond means relation between 2 electrons. Okay. Same thing here. Instead of making that line, we can show the relation between carbon and hydrogen with dot. This is what the reason it is called as electron dot structure. So as you can check here, there are 2 electrons or 2 dots. 1 dot for carbon, 1 dot for hydrogen. And it is, you can check for this also. Everywhere you will get it 2 electrons. So 1 electron for carbon and 1 electron for hydrogen. So instead of making this type of line, you can make it this dot structure. Okay, I think it is clear to you. Now we'll move to the next part. We'll check here what is catenation. Meaning of catenation is when any particular element is going to make a chain of itself. When carbon is going to combine with carbon itself and making a lengthy chain in a different form. Maybe it could be linear or straight, or it could be in a branch chain, or even you can check here it is given in cyclic or ring structure also. So when carbon is going to connect with carbon itself and making a lengthy chain, that process or that phenomena is called as catenation. We'll see here what are the types of structure of carbon skeleton. First you can see here, it's given branch chain. Branch chain means when a number of carbon will split into different structure. As you can see, instead of having a straight line, particular atoms of carbon has been split. Okay, this is called as, it's like a branch. They are making a branch. Okay, and second is linear chain, or you can say straight chain. Here you will not get any branch anywhere. It will be absolutely straight line. So this is called as linear structure, or you can say straight chain. Third and the next is ring chain, or it is also called as cyclic structure. Cyclic structure means instead of having open chain means you can check here, branched and linear, they both are open. But in ring chain or cyclic structure, carbon, they are making a closed system. Okay, they are connecting to each other. So this is called as cyclic structure or a ring structure. But remember students, cyclic structure or ring structure of carbon will be possible when carbon will be more than 2. If it is 2 or less than 2, cyclic structure will not possible. Okay, so we have to be very much sure about it. Ring structure or cyclic structure only when carbon will be more than 2. Okay, we have done with the catenation. Now we'll move to the next part. We'll see here what is hydrocarbon and what are the types of it. So hydrocarbon is nothing but the compound which has carbon and hydrogen. It is classified into basically 2 parts: saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon means the hydrocarbon which has single bond, which contains single bond. And unsaturated hydrocarbon is that hydrocarbon which contains double bond or triple bond. Now, based on the types of bond, we can again classify this hydrocarbon into families. Here we can check the name of those families. This is alkanes. Alkane means the compound which has single bond. Alkene, the compound which has double bond, as you can check here in the example also. And alkyne, this compound where you will get triple bond between 2 carbon. Okay, so this is what the name of the family based on the bonds. Now we'll see here some examples of families alkane, alkene and alkyne based on bonds. First we are going to check alkane. Alkane, as we know, it's a single bond, but the formula for alkane is CnH2n plus 2. Remember students, this general formula also very important because many times they are asking as filling the blanks. It means they can ask you also in MCQs, or in another way, name the following also, they can put this type of question. It will come for 1 mark. Okay, so general formula for alkane is CnH2n plus 2. And remember students, with the help of this general formula, you can make the list of hydrocarbon. Examples: ethane, propane, butane, and so on. Okay, that depends how many number of carbon you are taking. Now, alkene, that hydrocarbon which contains double bond, and the general formula for this, CnH2n. Here N is standing for number of carbon or number of hydrogen. Okay, here N will stand for number, and that number could be 1, 2, 3, so on. Okay, example we can see here, ethene, because it belongs to alkene family. Check the spelling. The suffix used here is ene. So instead of using ane, we are going to write ene. Ethene, propene, butene, and so on. Okay, now we'll see the next, alkyne family. Alkyne family is that hydrocarbon which contains triple bond, and the general formula is CnH2n minus 2. Example for alkyne is ethyne, propyne, butane, and so on. It depends whether how many number of carbon you are using. Now, the difference between these formulas, you can check here. Difference between alkane and alkene is, if you are converting alkane to alkene, make sure 2 hydrogen will be removed. Okay, from each carbon, you have to remove 1 hydrogen. It means from a compound, you have to remove 2 hydrogen total. This is what the reason in second family, that is alkene family, plus 2 is missing, because 2 hydrogen you are removing. And when you are converting alkene family to alkyne family, make sure students, again you have to remove 2 hydrogen from each carbon. This is what the reason, there will be removal of total 4 hydrogen when you are converting alkyne family. Okay, I hope you understand this. Alright students, now we have gone through the formula of alkane, alkene and alkyne. Now to learn about different types of family of hydrocarbon, we are going to see the examples of hydrocarbon. That is, first of all we check the example of alkane. For alkane we have taken the example of ethane, and the formula is C2H6. So you can check here, 2 carbon bonded with 6 hydrogen. When you are going to convert this ethane to ethene, it means that hydrocarbon will have double bond, so you have to remove 1 hydrogen from each carbon. You can check here, 1 hydrogen from this carbon and 1 hydrogen from this carbon. So formula will be C2H4. Now when you are going to convert this ethene to ethyne, the carbon which will have triple bond, in that case you are going to remove 2 hydrogen from each carbon. It means 2 hydrogen from this carbon and 2 hydrogen from this carbon. So according to that, you will get the formula of ethyne is C2H2. Now we'll check the next part. Here we are going to check the different examples of ring structure, or you can say cyclic structure. In this cyclic structure, we are going to take the example of cyclohexane and benzene. In cyclohexane, there are total 6 carbon, and you can check each carbon bounded with 2 hydrogen. So here the formula will be C6 and H12. If you are going to count each hydrogen, you will get it 12 hydrogen. Now we'll check the example of benzene. In benzene, you can check here, the number of carbon will be same, that is 6 only, but each carbon will have 1 hydrogen. Okay, because there is a double bond, and when there is a double bond, we have to remove 1 hydrogen from each carbon. And you can check one more thing. In this benzene structure, you will get 3 alternate double bonds. 3 alternate, because after every double bond there will be a single bond. So it means you can say there will be 3 double bond and 3 single bond. Now we'll check here about the table. This table is very important, students, because this table can come for 2 marks also, for 3 marks also, and even for 5 marks also. It depends whether how many blanks they will be providing to you to fill up. Okay, so we'll check in this table what will happen. Okay, this table is basically this column is given for the name of the functional group. And what are those names? Alcohol, ethers, aldehyde, ketones, carboxylic acid, and ester. Now, according to this type of functional group, we have to use this suffix. The suffix, it means that word which we are using behind the hydrocarbon. To clear about this topic, we can see the example. Here you will check. There are 2 carbon. 2 carbon means we are talking about ethane. But which functional group is over here? OH. And OH is nothing but it's alcohol. Okay. So when we are using this OH in any type of hydrocarbon, it means that hydrocarbon will have the suffix OL. Here you can check. It was ethane, but after having alcohol group, it has become ethanol. And same thing you can apply even for the rest of hydrocarbon. If it will be propane, then you can say propanol. If it will be butane, you can say butanol, and so on. Same thing we can apply even for the rest of functional group also. Okay, ether, aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid, and ester. All these suffix you can use here to put the naming of hydrocarbon. And here examples are given according to that. Okay. Now, we'll check about the isomers of hydrocarbon. First of all, we try to understand what is meaning of isomers. Isomers means we are talking about such compound which will have same chemical formula, but it will have different structural formula. For example, you can check here, we are talking about this propanol. In this propanol, there are 3 carbon, 7 hydrogen, and 1 alcohol group. So let's check here. The first example is propane 1-ol. This is the another type of writing the naming of hydrocarbon. So there are 3 carbon, and each carbon have specific number of hydrogen. So according to that, there are total 7 hydrogen as per given in the formula, and 1 OH group. Okay, you can see here the same chemical formula, but it has been given in the straight line. Now we are going to check that formula in the different way. There are 3 carbon, and even hydrogen have been allotted to each carbon, but instead of here, you can check here, this second carbon there was hydrogen, but here in this second carbon we have allotted over here OH, that is alcohol group. And this is what the reason. Because of this, the change in the position of alcohol group or any functional group, the name of that hydrocarbon also will change. And you can see here the name of the hydrocarbon is given for the second example, propane-2-ol. This 2 number, it shows that alcohol group, it's connected to second number of carbon. Okay, so I think this is very much clear to you. This is you can see the difference here. This particular compound have straight line or straight structure, but this compound will have branch structure. Okay, though the chemical formula was same. So such compounds are called as isomers, where molecular formula will be same, but their structural formula will be different. Now we'll move to the next topic here. Chemical properties of carbon compounds. So here we'll check what is the chemical properties quickly. Here we can see there are total 4 chemical properties of carbon compound. Number 1, combustion, oxidation, addition reaction, and the next is substitution reaction. Combustion means we are talking about burning. If there is a burning process will take place or heating process will take place, So that particular reaction will be called as a combustion. Oxidation, when there is a addition of oxygen. Addition reaction, when simply in any hydrocarbon there will be addition of any other element. That is a addition reaction. But remember students, addition reaction will be possible only when in hydrocarbon there will be double bond or triple bond. Next is substitution reaction. Substitution reaction will be possible only when in hydrocarbon there will be single bond. Everywhere there will be a single bond. Now we'll check the examples of those. First we'll check the example of combustion. As I told, combustion means burning. If you are burning carbon in presence of oxygen, it means in presence of air, you will get it carbon dioxide, and of course you will get it heat and light. Next example for the same. If you are heating methane or you are burning methane gas or natural gas, so what will happen? Here this oxidation is also, you can say. Oxidation means this is the addition of oxygen also, but this is burning process, because as you all are aware, burning is not possible without oxygen. So that's what here, instead of writing burning, or you can write even heat also, but this oxidation, this oxygen we have to write. Okay, now you will get it carbon dioxide, water molecule, and of course again you will get it heat and light. Now the next example we can see here, oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction, as the name itself indicating, oxy means oxygen. If there is an addition of oxygen, that process will called as, or that reaction will called as an oxidation reaction. First example we'll check about ethanol. Okay, if ethanol is reacting with oxidation or oxygen, we'll get it ethanol. Ethanol means, why here the suffix had come al? Because here we are getting CHO, and CHO is nothing but functional group which is named as aldehyde. So because there is a presence of aldehyde, this ethanol has been converted into ethanol and water molecule as a byproduct. Next example we'll see here. If this ethanol again is going to be oxidized, it means going to react with oxygen, we'll get it ethanoic acid. You can check here, there was only one oxygen, but after the addition of one more oxygen, we'll get it two more oxygen. You can check here. Okay, first there was only one oxygen, but now there is the addition of one more oxygen. So the formula has been CH3 bond COOH, and COOH, it's nothing but it's carboxylic acid. As in the previous slide we have seen the table of all different types of functional groups. So this is one of the example of that. Now we are moving to the next type of reaction, that is addition reaction. Addition reaction is here, as I told, addition reaction will be possible when the carbon will have double bond or triple bond. So here we can check here, ethene, we have compound of ethene, and if ethene is going to be add with hydrogen, we'll get it ethane. And how it will be possible? Out of this double bond, one bond will break. Okay, one bond will break down. So one electron will come over here and one electron will come over here. So you can check here. This is what the reason. This hydrogen, which is diatomic, one hydrogen will connect over here and second hydrogen will connect over here. Okay, so this is what has become ethane. And this question can also come in this form, that convert unsaturated hydrocarbon to saturated hydrocarbon, or else convert ethene to ethane. So this question can come in any different types. And also don't forget to write here catalyst. Here catalyst we have been used as a platinum. Next will be substitution reaction. Substitution reaction, as I told, it will be possible when carbon compound will have single bond. So one hydrogen will be removed and then only other element can attach to the carbon. Okay, so here we'll take the example of methane. When methane will react to chlorine, or this process can also called as a chlorination because chlorine is added to it. So what will happen? One hydrogen will remove from this methane. So how many total hydrogen it will be? 3, as you can check over here. The formula will be CH3Cl, because out of this 2 chlorine, 1 chlorine will come to methane and 1 chlorine will be get separated, and the hydrogen which is moving out from this, it is going to form HCl. So here we will get it monochloromethane, and hydrochloric acid will be as a byproduct. We can see the next example also. Again, if you are taking this monochloromethane as a main product, okay, you can check here the same compound we have taken over here, and again we can add chlorine into it. What will happen? Again you have to remove 1 hydrogen and 1 chlorine will add to it. So the formula will be CH2Cl2 plus HCl. Because the hydrogen which has been removed from here, that hydrogen will come over here, and the 1 chlorine which was remaining, it is going to form hydrochloric acid with that, and you are going to get it main compound as a dichloromethane. Dichloro, di means there are 2 chlorine. Alright students, now here we have covered the important points and the topics from this chapter. So now we will focus on the questions asked in the last year board papers, okay, based on this chapter. Alright, so we'll see first of all the question number 1. Complete the correlation, that is alkene, it shows this type of structure, so alkyne will show which type of structure. That will be your question, and it comes for 1 mark. It has been asked in March 2020, it means last year only. Second question, write names of first 4 homologous series of alcohol. This question was 2 marks, and it has been asked in March 2019. And you can check over here how the answers you supposed to be right over here. And very important point, children, you need to remember. Here the question is first 4 homologous series. It means you have to start from methanol. You cannot start from anywhere, because they asked very clearly that first 4 homologous series. So first 4 means you have to start from the first hydrocarbon. It means methanol, ethanol, propanol, and the last is butanol. Next question. It is match the column. Again this question will be for 2 marks. It has been asked in July 2019. Ethanol and methane. Here you will have 4 different options. As we can check over here. Complete the following table. This question, it has been asked for 3 marks, March 2019. As I told you students, when I was explaining this table, I told you very clearly that you have to go through this table. It will be beneficial for you for any type of question, whether that question will be for 2 marks, 3 marks, or even 5 marks. It depends whether how many blanks they are going to leave for you to fill up. So here there are 3 blanks. It means it will be there for 3 marks. Okay. Now the next question, complete the following table. 3 marks, March 2020. Again, we'll have the table over here. You can check over here. There are total 6 blanks. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last column 5 and 6. So there are total 6 columns. Half marks for each column. It means this question will come for 3 marks. Next is answer the following questions. Here even this question is given for 3 marks. It has been asked in March 2020. Question was, define hydrocarbon, name the types of hydrocarbons, name the 2 carbon compounds used in day-to-day life. You can observe here there are 3 different questions, but the question has been asked in the same topic. Okay. Now students, we all have covered the important points in the topic of this chapter. So in order to evaluate yourself whether how much you understood in this session, we need to go through a very small quiz. But don't worry, this quiz will be very interesting. Okay, so by this quiz, at least you can even tell your answers, and very clearly you can evaluate that how much you understood. Okay, we'll start with the quiz now. Answer the following questions. Number 1, if alkane, you will have C bond C, then alkene dash. Students, you can write your answer in your notebook, and in a few seconds you will get even your correct answer also on a screen. This is what your answer, and even along with that you will have a next question also. C double bond C, this will be your correct answer for alkene. Your second question is, write names of the first 4 homologous series of alcohol. As I told, you need to write that answer. We'll check how you are going to write. Write down in this all these answers in your notebook, so at least you can evaluate yourself whether your answers are right or wrong. In a few seconds you will get your correct answer on the screen, and you can tally your answers. This is what your answer. Your answer should be written in this form and in this order: methanol, ethanol, propanol and butanol. Now we'll move to the next question. Question number 3 is, write the formula of carboxylic acid group. I'm sure students, if you remember the formula of carboxylic acid, which we have gone through in this session, definitely you will remember that answer and you will write in your notebook, and very soon you will get that answer even on your screen. Yeah, this is what the correct answer, COOH. This is the correct formula of carboxylic acid group. Now the question number 4 is, choose the correct option. Dash is the general formula of alkene. So make sure students, here you will get 4 different options, okay, and all 4 options will be there on your screen. You have to select the correct option. That's right, that is CnH2n. That's your correct answer. Next question, when carbon dioxide is passed through dash, white precipitate is formed. Your answer will be, your options are given: Ca bracket OH2, CaCO3, and correct option is CaOH2. It means calcium hydroxide. Alright, so students, we have done with this session. Okay, make sure that you understood each and every point and you have noted down all important points, and it will be very helpful for you. With this, we have come to the end of this session. If this video is useful to you, then do like, share and subscribe, because of which you will be able to get all episodes of this series on our channel, which will be fruitful for you, as we are going to provide important and valuable guidance. Also, if you have any doubts, queries about any concept or topic, feel free to leave a comment in our comment box, and we assure you to solve all your doubts. Be confident, be meritorious, achieve glory. May God bless you.